So for the longest time on my channel, I've been talking about stocks that pay monthly dividends, right? MSTY, CONY, TSLY. But today I want to focus on stocks that actually pay dividend every single week. You heard that right. Every single week, these ETFs pay dividends weekly. So I'm going to dive into some of the top earning ETFs from a weekly dividend perspective. So if you're trying to make dividend earnings on a weekly basis, watch this video. Let's dive in.
All right, guys, real quick. Before we dive into the list, I just wanted to caveat something. There's maybe close to 50 weekly paying dividend ETFs that I've identified. In this video, I'm just going to highlight 3. If you want the longer list, it's not all 50, it's just a curated selections on the ones that my team and I like. There's a link in the description where you can literally just click and you get that list. So if you want the longer list, make sure you click the link in the description and it'll take you to where you can download that list. The ones that I'm going to highlight in this video have dividend yields over 100%, meaning that if you were to buy that dividend paying ETF today for $100, over a 12-month period, you're going to receive over $100 back in dividend payouts. Wouldn't you love that, right? So those are the 3 that I'm going to highlight in this video. But remember, if you want a longer curated list of these weekly paying dividend ETFs, just click the link in the description and you'll be able to get that list. So let's dive into number 3. All right, number 3, it's USOY. So this is a Defiance Oil ETF, 105% dividend yield, quite strong, right? And you can see the price is $9.14. And over the last 12 months, you would have received $9.63 in dividend. And also they pay out every single week. So that's pretty cool, right? And if you look at their dividend schedule, just to confirm, they declared on the 10th, the 7th, and the 24th of July, and literally they were paying out the very next day. So this is a very solid player with regards to dividend yield, 105% dividend yield, which is really, really strong. So this is the one that's coming out at number 3. At number 2, we have TSYY, and it's a Granite Shares Tesla tracking ETF at 110% dividend yield. That's really, really strong. It's going for $9. And over the last 12 months, you'd have received $9.87 in dividend, and they also pay out every week. So another strong player when it comes to dividend yield. So this is number 2. So now let's get ready for number 1. And at number 1, it's ULTY, and it's no surprise it's coming from the YieldMax family. I've talked about YieldMax ETFs quite a lot. MSTY is one of my favorites. But they have a weekly paying dividend ETF, and it has a dividend yield of 123%. That's really, really crazy. You can see it's going for $6.18 right now, and the dividend you would have received over the last 12 months would have been $7.62. So very, very, very strong. You can even take a look at their payout ratio. It's quite astronomical. So this is the one that's coming out at number 1. Now, I just want to point out a couple of things. Dividend paying ETFs, especially like these high yield dividend paying ETFs, they run the risk of capital depreciation. So just get into the position knowing that you might buy the stock or this particular ETF at $6.18, but a year from now it could be trading at $5. What you do get in exchange is a high dividend yield. So you want to do the analysis to make sure that the net effect of the potential capital depreciation that happens and the high dividend yield payouts that you can potentially get offset each other and leave you at a really good net position. So you just want to be mindful of that. And the other thing you want to consider is taxes. Whenever you get dividends, it's a taxable event. So at the end of the year, you're going to need to pay dividends on that. So you really want to make sure you do that assessment, both from a capital depreciation perspective as well as a tax perspective. So that's why I highly recommend potentially sitting down with a financial advisor or your finance professional to really guide you through what works for your portfolio based on your goals, your time horizon, and whatever else you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to achieve real good, solid cash flow investments with a portion of your portfolio, these three could be really good assets you might want to consider. So remember, if you want the longer list of other high paying dividend yield ETFs that pay on a weekly frequency, there's a link in the description that you can grab. So looking forward to hearing from you what you think about the list. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I do read all the comments and I'll try to reply, but I just wanted to make sure I create this video highlighting dividend ETFs that pay out on a weekly basis, because who doesn't want to be paid every single week, right? So I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a good day.